For this week's episode of the Do You Have To series, we're questioning, do you have to get a pump and do you have to be sore after your workout in order to know if your workout was effective for building muscle and strength? So once again, let's break things down into the fundamental level. What do you really need from your workout in order to stimulate the building of strength and hypertrophy? And for that, what we basically need is a progressive demand on your muscular work capacity. In other words, can you make your muscles work harder, longer, or a combination of the two? Now, when you produce more work from a muscle, there tends to be a pump, there tends to be soreness the next day or 24 hours, 48 hours after, but not always. It sometimes can be a red herring where people feel like, oh, I got a good pump, I got sore the next day, but it may not necessarily mean your workouts were effective for those ends. So first off, let's look at soreness. The best way I've ever heard this referred to is you're going to build muscle and strength by creating an effective stimulus. In other words, in your workout, you told your muscles, I need you to step up and perform at a higher level. But you get sore from a novel stimulus. In other words, you were telling your muscles some sort of new information, but it doesn't necessarily mean it was progressive. On the other hand, you could say, well, if I'm telling my muscles to do more reps or lift a heavier weight or something, that's novel, right? Exactly, yes. So if you push your muscles to a higher level, you may very well feel it the next day. But you can also just feel sore because it's just new. Like if I go golfing, my abs and core are not used to that motion, that speed, that many times, so I'm probably gonna feel a little bit of something if I go to the driving range all afternoon. But that doesn't necessarily mean I'm telling my abs, you guys have got to get stronger. It was just a novel stimulus. And then we have the muscle pump. Now, muscle pump can be actually important because when we are pushing, particularly the volume of your work capacity to a high degree, you're kind of pumping up the muscle, so to speak, right? And it's also a very good sign for that coveted mind-muscle connection. Because at the end of the day, if you have trouble engaging the muscle and getting tension in the muscle to begin with, not much is going to happen. You could do all the exercises, all the workouts, get everything down perfect, at least on paper, but if your brain has trouble engaging your chest, it doesn't matter what the hell you do, or it doesn't matter how you do it. You're not gonna build up a bigger, stronger chest. So the pump is a correlation to I can engage the muscle and I can work it for a good amount of time. However, once again, we wanna make sure that we're doing that in a progressive manner, not just building a pump through doing the same thing that you've always done endlessly from one workout to the next. So both a little bit of soreness and the muscle pump are very satisfying. If you get those, enjoy them, but it doesn't necessarily mean that if you don't have them, the workout wasn't effective, because you could still be progressively working your muscles very hard without experiencing those things, and make sure that they're not leading you down a blind path by chasing the pump or chasing after muscle soreness, because you certainly can have those even though you're not actually creating that progressive stimulus that actually gets you the results you want. Hopefully that clears some things up for you. Questions down below. Be fit and live free.